Здравствуйте, Петер. Мы рады видеть вас в Украине, и мы приготовили несколько вопросов для наших слушателей, чтобы они узнали о вас немного больше.
Hello, Peter. We are glad to welcome you to Ukraine. We've prepared some questions for you and also for our viewers, so that they can learn more about you.
В первую очередь, мало кто в Украине знает имя Петер Шёбер. Не могли бы вы рассказать немножко больше о себе, как вы пришли к дизайну человека, какие инструменты вы изучали, и, собственно, кто вас ввел в дизайн, и каким было ваше развитие в дизайне?
So first of all, people in Ukraine know little about you and about this name, Pетер Шёбер. So could you please tell about yourself a little bit more, how you came to the design, what tools you studied before that?
So, yes, I can discriminate a life before human design and after human design. In my life before, I have studied psychology and medicine. I have been manager of an electronics company. I had a bookstore, and and I had made a body therapy education. I have been the disciple of a shaman, and I had a 10-year period of martial arts. So then I met the founder of human design, Rahul, in 1992 in Vienna, which was practically not to avoid, because he stayed in the same house in which I lived. And as my bookstore was, had its main topics, esoterics, therapy, self-development, I was of course interested in all kind of unusual people or new things. And of course, there is no question, Ra was a very interesting human being, so I gave it a try. And so I had a reading from him, and readings at that time, I mean it's a long time ago, they have by far not been so sophisticated as they are today. They were relatively simple, and the only thing I remembered really in the first round were waiting is good for you. And then Ra said to me, waiting is good for you, I would have liked to vomit. Because it was the last thing I wanted to hear. I always wanted to be that initiating manifestor who gets things done very quickly. And because I had such a strong inner response, I understood that it has touched a point that is important. So my personal deconditioning process started very simply, not initiating, and taking my time. And as you can imagine, that does not change a life within a second, but on some level, yes, because the resistance was gone. So I was in the same situation. I did in my normal life, I did the same thing as before, but it felt differently. And a lot of pressure and resistance went away. And then, of course, I was always a hunter of knowledge. And when I find something that seems to work, then I'm very determined to find out more. So next year I made analyst education, and in 1995, when there was the first teacher training, I participated in Ibiza. And from that moment on, I used human design, of course, for my own life, but also a little bit professionally. And then from 2001 on, it became my only profession. So since 2001, I'm only living from human design. It is really my profession. And that, of course, created a great jump. I mean, profession means professional. And of course, if you put all your time and effort in just one thing, it is very different from giving a reading twice a week. And then so, over time, things developed. Today I'm teaching in several countries. My books have been published in German, in Italian, in Russian, in Korean. So there is certain, let's say, internationality in my life. I like very much. I like to travel, I like to meet new people. And it's also very beautiful to see that human design works everywhere. It is not a question of a specific culture or a specific age or a specific education. It is truly human design. And this is very pleasurable for me to experience.
Я знаю такую историю, что в свое время Рауль Руху дал личное разрешение Петеру учить дизайну человека, все, что связано всему тому, что связано с дизайном человека. Так ли это, правда ли это, и как, если да, то как это происходило?
As you said, she knows that Raoul Ruhu once loved you, so he gave his allowance for you to teach human design at any level, and all the topics of human design. So if it's true, can you please tell us how it happened?
Oh, that was a very nice thing. At that time, it was in Ibiza, of course, or not surprisingly, let's say. And there was a request from an Italian lady who wanted to become a teacher, and she wanted that I am the teacher who makes her a teacher. So, okay, I go to the former director of the Italian organization and make the proposal. And she says to me, yes, I know you have the qualification, but I'm not sure if you are allowed to do that. So I say, okay, then let's go to Ra. So we went to Ra, I asked the question, and at this, of course, I remember forever, because he was like a little bit, he was first like that, and then he was like moving over and saying, you can teach everything everywhere. So this was a very fast gradation. And so, yes, so it came.
И также я знаю сейчас, что вы обучаете именно профессиональным уровнем и, в принципе, не ведете обучение таким простым курсом, как живая свой дизайн, EPC и картография. И я знаю, что в Украине в ближайшее время вы планируете провести курс картографии. Также я знаю, что вы сертифицируете наших аналитиков, да, все, кто учатся и проходят профессиональное обучение. Можете сказать, в каких странах вы вели обучение, сколько студентов у вас, ну и так далее, про профессиональную обучающую деятельность?
So we know that you do not teach human design on a very simple level. You prepare professionals, you give courses in professional education, and courses like Living Your Design and ABC you don't normally teach, right? But in Ukraine, we also know that in Ukraine you are going to give these courses, including cartography also. So if it's right, then that's great. And could you please tell us more which countries did you teach in and how many students you have, so maybe something about that. And we also know that you certify analysts in human design in Ukraine also.
Означает ли это, что мы от уровня картографии пойдем до все профессиональные части, да, до сертификации?
So does it mean that we can proceed from the cartography level to the following steps which can lead to certification?
Well, these are several questions in one, we can say. Now, first of all, I do like the basic courses as well, but these are seminars, there are some very good teachers around, they can do that. And I try, of course, to focus on the things maybe others cannot do. So what is my specialty? And my specialty is not only advanced courses, but I would say courses for, like, quote-unquote normal people, they want to use human design in their life with a very transformational character. So this is what I enjoy most, I could say, that satisfies me most. And this is serving the purpose of bringing human design on a practical level to a broader spectrum of people, not only to people who want to become analysts. And then, of course, we have a professional education, which is very necessary. And that starts after cartography. So if you started in living design, then comes ABC, then comes cartography, and this will be enough if you want to use human design for your own purpose. So your own life, with your family, with your friends, maybe with people you work together. It will help you a lot to understand them better, to address them in a reasonable way, and of course to follow your own process. Analyst education is for people who see a professional perspective in human design or want to go really deep in it. It is a larger program, much larger program, and we will see, but if there is enough interest, then I'm principally ready to start a professional education in Ukraine, no question. This is a process of 3.5 years, so it is a big commitment from both sides. But I definitely can say nobody has ever entered that program without getting deeply transformed. So one has to see it is not only I get information I may use professionally later, it is in the first place, it is a deep transformation, a better understanding, and a much greater awareness about yourself and of course of other people in your life. So in any case, it will be worthwhile. I mean, how successful somebody becomes as professional, you cannot predict. No? This is just impossible. This is, you can know a lot of things, but for example, you are not good in expressing it verbally. No? Then you will not be successful, of course. But nevertheless, you can always be successful as yourself. And this purpose is supported definitely. And apart from that, of course, we always hope that out of such a process will come good analysts, passing that on to more people.